Well, with the Ainsley races called off due to Cyclone Nora's effects on the road and the racetrack, they put a program together at Cannon Park here over Easter with 6 races on the program, all dominated by female jockeys. Sonia Wiseman rode 3, Bonnie Thompson and Rachel Shred picked up the other winner, with Wanderson Navilla, the only male to draw colour on the race day today. Let's have a look at the 6 races.
And they're locked and loaded and are ready for a start. Starter heading around now. $1,400 the journey. Look Smart Alterations. Starter goes up on the platform. The light goes on and they're set to go for the first. And they're off. And a pretty good start, and Mustang Jack last in and first out. Went straight to the lead and strolled away to lead by a couple of lengths. Going to second, Bush Version. Around the outside, Sound Investment. The only mare in the event is Physically Wicked. She's poking up on the inside. And around those going toward them, then came Amuletto. Charging back behind them, I Am Bruise. And then came Beachhead. Back there with it then toward the rear of the field is Ramsden Street. And Aesop is last of all. The leader as they come off the back. Still Mustang Jack by a couple. Now Ranger Zane's found a good spot for Rachel Shred. Moved up to be running second, only a half a length away. And there are a couple of Sound Investment, followed by Amuletto. Then Physically Wicked, a length and a half back. Getting through on the inside is Beachhead. Back behind them in the middle there is Bush Version. I Am Bruises on the outside. And last of all is Ramsden Street. And on its outside for company is Aesop. Coming to the home corner. Ranger Zane may have poked its nose in front. It goes a bit wide, allows Mustang Jack to gain the lead on the inside. Physically Wicked came through underneath them and has gone up to on the outside, Ranger Zane. Beachhead's trying to get between them. Halfway down the straight, Beachhead charging up in the middle. It's got its nose in front. Physically Wicked trying hard, and they were followed then by I Am Bruised late, but it's too good for them, Beachhead. Beat Ranger Zane. I think I Am Bruised might have got third just ahead of Physically Wicked. They were followed then back behind them by Sound Investment, Ramsden Street, Aesop, Amuletto, Bush Version and Mustang Jack, the early leader, knocked up to be last. So number 6, Beachhead in the middle between Ranger Zane, who's on the outside of it, which will probably hang on for second, but Beachhead for Wanderson de Villa by commands from Anslin, Charlie de Villa and Mrs. F.J. Fry. So it's 6, 7, 3, 9 and 5. 6, 7 and 3. Ranger Zane second for Rachel Shred. Physically Wicked held on for third, Sonia Wiseman. And fourth goes to I Am Bruise. And fifth was Aesop. So it's 6, 7, 3, 9, 5. Six, 7, 3, 9 and 5. Number 6, the winner. Beachhead for Wanderson de Villa. And Charlie de Villa commands Anslin. Second is 7, Ranger Zane. M. Aguas for Bush Ranger Rosero for Bones Bailey and Rachel Shred. And third goes to 3, Physically Wicked held on for third, Sonia Wiseman. Or Wicked Style from Fizzy Rock for Helen Rowe, J. Walker. B. Lou, T. Turnbull, B. Cribben. C. Kelly, J. Herbert, J. Black, A. Wakefield and K. Turnbull. Trevor Rowe. And Sonia Wiseman was the rider, Trevor Rowe. The trainer, 6, 7 and 3. Number 9 was fourth, and that was I Am Bruised down the extreme outside for Shoei Kaya. For Trevor Rowe, 6, 7, 3, 9 and 5. Margins are half a length by a length, and the time 1:25.05. We're down the mounting yard for presentations for race number 1. 12.50 the journey. And all runners safely locked away. And the starter mounts his little rostrum there, puts the light on, and they're set. And they're away. Good Dispatch, Day of the Fox, and Hot Top away well. Coming across is, looks like Elthorn. Elthorn comes across, Blonde Element, Wicked Mistress. By golly, it's a bit of a charge now. Wicked Mistress got to the lead, and going up Maroon Creek goes up the challenge with Starry's there. And also going a little bit wide, Raven Heart. And they were followed back behind them, Blonde Element, and then came Day of the Fox. Just off them, back behind them there, would have been Fred's Gift with Elthorn, who won the start but dropped out quickly. Then Hot Top, and Allier is last of all, and Kensington Star's about midfield. Coming off the back and along the side here with about 4.40 to go. Maroon Creek got away from Wicked Mistress. They were followed by Raven Heart. Day of the Fox is running on, and getting up on the inside is Wistari. Blonde Element staying to the paint. Trying to get a run between them, Fred's Gift. Got a little bit of squeezing there from Raven Heart, and Kensington Star right down the outside. Maroon Creek. Chelsea Jockett goes for the whip. It's going up and down at the moment in the one spot. They're starting to come. It's Maroon Creek in front. Down the outside, Kensington Star. Kensington Star for Super Sonia. Got up. The girls have cornelled the event, and a third will be Day of the Fox, maybe from Fred's Gift. They were followed out wide, Allier. Then came Ravenheart, Wicked Mistress. Back behind them was Starry. And also back there too was Ravenheart and Elthorn, one of the last in. Super Sonia and Kensington Star beaten Maroon Creek and Chelsea Jockey in the run to the line. Just over the top for Kensington Star for Super Sonia. In race number 2, and the nice painting Q-Test Maiden played over 1,250 metres. Number, where is she? 4, Kensington Star, Sonia Wiseman, right down the outside. A 4-year-old mare by Furio from Bolivar. We'll get the prize for Scott Cooper, S.J. McDonald and Mrs. A. McDonald and Sonia Wiseman. Number 2, Maroon Creek for Chelsea Jockey, is a 5-year-old gelding by Zabeel from Barinka, raced by W. Massingham, S.C. Massingham, F. Fry, J. Paconi, T. Braun, Mrs. M. Moultron, B. Ash, S. Green, Mrs. K. Fittick, A. F. Davis and the Far North Queensland Syndicate, Chelsea Jockey and Steve Massingham. Number 1 gets third, Day of the Fox for Stephen Wilson, for Sam Molino and Jay Oliver. Sam Molino at Atherton, the trainer, and Stephen Wilson was the rider. 10 is officially 4th, Fred's Gift, and 5th was number 3, which is Allier. So official numbers are 4, 2, 1, 10 and 3. 4, 2, 1, 10, 3. It's a half a length by length and 3/4. Half a length by 1 3/4. And 116.20. Lights on, 12.50, and they're set. Racing, Love Your Beak won the start from Snowy Moe, and then just taking a sit behind them was Craigley Aldy, Great Pretender, and I'm not sure goes up on the outside of it. They go into the 1,000-metre turn here as they start the swing into the back, and the leader, Love Your Beak, by 3/4 of a length. The Snowy Moe's held together. They were followed then by Craigley Orley, I'm not sure, starting to move a little bit closer as Craigley Orley popped off the fence there and went up to third. And I'm not sure now gets onto its back, and they were followed then by Great Pretender, who's only a couple of lengths off the back of them. As they go to the 600 metre mark, Love Your Beak still in front here of Snowy Moe. Craigley Orley was next. Now I'm not sure he's going to go up on the inside of it. And then came Great Pretender, starting to pick up the bit now and starting to work into the race. As they come to the home corner, Love Your Beak held together on the bend, led by 3/4 to Snowy Moe. Wiseman goes for the fence, and I'm not sure. And they were followed right down the extreme outside by Craigley Orley and Great Pretender trying to run on. The leader here, Love Your Beak. Snowy Moe out wide on the track. Craigley Orley might have picked them up. Craigley Orley out wide on the track, grabbed the lead, and Craigley Orley goes on to beat Snowy Moe, Love Your Beak. Then I'm not sure. And not far off them was Great Pretender. A nice ride by Rachel Shred. She's got to the middle of the track, middle to outside of the track. Virtually followed the path. Kensington Star came home in the previous, so maybe smart riding tactic. And young Rachel Shred, who's an apprentice to Bones Bailey, has been able to drive this home down the outside, much to the smiles of the Bones Bailey camp. They're all grinning. Look at them. Number 2, Craigley Eldey. In the Northern Beaches Irrigation Benchmark 65 handicap, 1,250 metres. By Longhorn from Gennady, R. Green, A. Bailey and Mrs. M. Johnson. Bones Bailey and Rachel Shred, who's a Mareeba girl and apprentice to Bones Bailey, on loan, I think, for a couple of months from down south. The numbers are 2, 4, 6, is it 6? 2, 4, 6, 5? 2, 4, 6, 5 and 1. Some of those digits are a bit hard to read. 2, 4, 6, 5, 1. 3/4 by Long Neck. 1:15.13. 1:19.13. 1:15.19. Thank you. 3/4 by Long Neck, and it's 2, 4, 6, 5 and 1. We're down in the mounting yard for presentation shortly after I gather my composure. And Rachel Shred, the winner there, young Rachel. Mareeba girl, and she's ridden, I'd say that's her first Cairns win. Give her a big round of applause coming back to scale on Craigley Eldey. Well done, Rachel. Goes in, the lights on, they're set. Scratching his Mac Me Mate. Taken out at 2:35. Set to go. 9:50 the journey. Now Super Meteor missed the start, came out slowly, and every Friday was one of the best to begin. Miss Esther down on the inside, slipped through underneath it to go to the lead. Centre half forward lobs in third placing, and they were followed then by Party Pies, Drop Your Bundle, Say Cavallo. And Super Meteor making ground after that tardy start, and Coral Seas is out wider as they come toward the 440 just before the home corner. Miss Esther in front. Up on the outside is Every Friday. They were followed by centre half forward, who's coming into it. Back behind them then Party Pies. Coral Seas in the middle. Then came Drop Your Bundle, Super Meteor and Cavallo to the extreme outside. Halfway down the straight, Miss Esther tackled by centre half forward. In the middle is Every Friday, but centre half forward bounded to the lead. Centre half forward kicked away halfway down the straight, and centre half forward romps in. Centre half forward from Every Friday, third. All tight, Drop Your Bundle or Coral Seas. Then came Cavallo, Party Pies. Back behind them, Super Meteor and Miss Esther, the last one in. Centre half forward, Bonnie Thompson and Bones Bailey. A double for Bones. With a yellow cap, number 9. Centre half forward, ridden by Bonnie Thompson, and has come down that crest about just inside the outside fence. Number 9, Bonnie Thompson and Bones Bailey combined to win with centre half forward. So that's a double for Bones Bailey. And Sonia, Rachel and Bonnie all riding winners today so far. So 3 girls. And Wanderson, the only boy rider at the moment to have a credit. Every Friday second for Rachel Shred, so it's a Quinella for Bones Bailey, and he's got a double, running double, and a Quinella. The number 9, centre half forward. Nine, 2, Every Friday is second. And number 7, 9, 2, and 7 was Drop Your Bundle, has held on to third for Wanderson de Villa and Charlie de Villa. Numbers 9, 2, 7. Number 8 is fourth, Coral Seas, and fifth goes to number 3, Cavallo. 9, 2, 7, 8, and 3. In the Traffic Services Class B handicap, 9, 2, 7. Bones has another little bag of bottles to carry back up with him. We're down the mounting yard for presentation shortly. There'll be deductions too, so there'll probably be a slight delay with weight, as we had a late scratching there of number 10, Mac Me Mate, and that was taken out at 2:35, a late scratching. Lights on, they're ready to go. Set. Styles Electric, and away they go. Windmill Lane out wide began well with Effigy Bell. Maurizio's in the middle, and down on the inside, Lily Karina. Line of 4 at the moment. They're starting to spread out of it now. Lily Karina and Effigy Bell. They go in pairs in front. Just behind them, Maurizio. On its outside, Windmill Lane, and 2 or 3 away. Last of all is Bon Temps. To the 600-metre mark, Lily Karina, 3/4. Effigy Bell, the outside. They were followed then by Maurizio. Windmill Lane starting to work into it now as they go right off the track. Lily Karina has taken the other one wide, and as they go into the straight, out wide, Effigy Bell has found the crown of the track. Windmill Lane underneath it with Maurizio, both trying hard. Lily Karina back behind them, and then Bon Temps. It's Effigy Bell. Windmill Lane knuckling down to the task. Effigy Bell in front. Windmill Lane getting up on the inside. It's Effigy Bell from Windmill Lane. They hit it off of the head. Maybe Windmill Lane and the right on the line, I don't know. Photo, Windmill Lane, Effigy Bell, they went head and head all the way up the straight. Maurizio third, Lily Karina there, and Bon Temps the last one. Photo here, I'm not sure. It's a bob of the head. Whoever's got the bob in right on the line. Effigy Bell in front, but Windmill Lane knuckled down to the task, and I'm not sure when they hit the line. So Effigy Bell was just in front, And Windmill Lane was getting up on the inside, and they have hit the line. 3's got it, Effigy Bell. Number 3 on the outside, Effigy Bell. It was a bob of the head, be nothing in it, but it's got there. Effigy Bell was in front, just on the line. Windmill Lane dived underneath it, and it was close. But number 3, Effigy Bell, it's a double for Super Sonia. Sonia Wiseman, Trevor Rowe, A. Baker, G. Horney, L. Bath, S. O'Brien, 31245. 31245. 31245. And a big round of applause for Super Sonia, a double for Super. She's back. K. Kelly, S. Anderson, B. Smart, A. Seraphin, K. Fiddick, Mrs. K. M. Fiddick, S. B. Fiddick, R. C. Goodwin, J. Bright, S. Rasso, G. M. Smith, and Mrs. M. J. Seraphin. Trevor Rowe, the trainer, and Sonia Wiseman was the rider. That's a double for Sonia, and the girls are still dominating the race day here. Effigy Bell in an absolute head bobber right on the line. The margins are nose by 2 lengths. The nose by 2 lengths, 55, 43, 93, 55, 93, 31245. We're down in the mounting yard for Styles Electrics for the presentation shortly on race number 5. Turn up, the volume's gone in, and now Express King links up to complete the line. 1600 before them, the lights on, they're set to go. And they're off. And a nice little start here. Bradman on the inside, looks as though it'll hold them. They're 5 deep coming toward this first turn. Now Stable Surprise takes a little bit of an ease, and we're dropping back and around the outside Express King, but Bradman will hold the fence into the back straight and lead them from Express King, who goes to second. Capitaneer now sits third, followed by Turn Up the Volume, restrained back to them today. And Stable Surprise has got the scene, the whole 4 of them there in front of her, and is last of all as they come off the side of the track here, about past the 1,000-metre mark. They work off the back, and the leader here is Bradman. Chelsea Jockey got it going in a nice little bat. A couple of lengths in front here of Turn Up the Volume now, who wants to put a little bit of pace into the event. Express King was next, and they were followed then by Stable Surprise. Wiseman's about to make a move forward, and they were followed by Capitaneer, who's going to go with it. So as they go toward the 600-metre mark, and it's still Bradman in front here, held together by Jockey by a length and a half, nearly 2 lengths in front. In second placing, Turn Up the Volume. They were followed by Stable Surprise. Down on the inside, Express King already been shown the Persuader. And Capitaneer is in the middle, starting to make a move too. Into the straight, they fan across the track, and Bradman straightened up and got away. Turn Up the Volume is dogged, and he's coming again. Bradman in front, but Turn Up the Volume. Here's Capitaneer and Stable Surprise right down the outside. Capitaneer, Stable Surprise, they go together. Wiseman's going for a treble on Stable Surprise. She booted it clear, and it's Super Sonia. Stable Surprise from Capitaneer, Turn Up the Volume. Then came Bradman, and a gap in the field. Express King, the last one home. 3 for the day for Super Sonia. 2 for Trevor Rowe, and Stable Surprise wins the last. Number 4, Stable Surprise, ridden by Super Sonia Wiseman, and that's 3 for Sonia Wiseman. Trevor Rowe, that's 2 for trainer Trevor. Peter's had to run his runners today. He's had to run Trevor's. He's had plenty of work to do, but Stable Surprise went with Peter's other running Capitaneer. I suppose you would have... it's another second. Number 4, Stable Surprise for Sonia Reisman, John Smith, Melia Lasker and Trevor Rowe. And Sonia is back in form in a big way. 3 for the day. And riding treble for Sonia Wiseman. Super Sonia on Stable Surprise by Zaizu at a Pinochet for Trevor Rowe. That's a double for Trevor. Numbers are 4, 2, 5, 1 and 3. Capitaneer second, so Peter gets another second. He can't crack it yet, Pete. Can't be far away from one. Rachel Shred, and the third goes to 5. Turn up the volume for Trevor Rowe for Stephen Wilson. So the Rowe family, father and son, have trifected the race. Bradman ran 4th, and Express King was 5th. 4, 2, 5, 1, 3. It's a length and 3/4 by 2 3/4, and the time is 1:38.04. We're down the mounting yard for presentations on the final event of the program. On the Law Office, open handicap, 1,600 metres.
Great to see Super Sonia winning 3 races today from a nasty fall that she had that injured her shoulder and kept her out for a year and a half out of the saddle. Great to see her back, and she's back with a vengeance. Follow her, and that takes it all from the races here today at Cannon Park. The 6 races on Easter Saturday.